Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Today I am going to solve Cambridge O-Level Accounting Paper 1 MCQs paper. We have a subject code of 7707 and the variant is 12. For the session of May-June 2023, we have 1 hour 15 minutes to solve 35 MCQs and 35 marks is the total marks of this paper. So we're going to start from the question number 1. Question number 1 is, what is the main function of bookkeeping? Communicating information, interpreting information, recording information, summarizing information. All these options are relating to accounting, but communicating information, interpreting information, summarizing information doesn't require the major function of bookkeeping. So the only option for the bookkeeping here is C option. Now question number 2, which component of the statement financial position do description 1, 2 and 3 relate to? Number 1 option. Okay, number 1, finance and other resources that have provided by the owner. Finances and the other resources that are provided by the owner is the capital. Okay, money owed for goods supplied, unpaid expenses and loans made to the business. This is liability. Property owed by the business, amount owed by the customer, unsold goods and money in the bank. This is assets. So we have option 1 for is capital, these both options. Option 2 is, we know that, liability, and option number 3 is of assets. So the only correct option where all three are correct is the D option. Now we will move to the question number 3. Question number 3 is the simple double entry question. A check received from Kate, a credit customer, was dishonored. How was this dishonored check recorded? Okay, first we're gonna record debit, check received by the Kate, so Kate account should be debit and credit should be bank account. So the only correct option over here is, where Kate is debit is B and C and bank is credit. B option is the right option for MCQs number 3. Now we will move to the question number 4. What does the sale ledger of a business contain? Okay, this is again very easy question. Accounts of trade payables, accounts of trade receivable. This is the correct option. We know that account of trade payables are recorded in purchase ledger and sales account and sale ledger control account is the wrong option. So only correct option is correct accounts of trade receivable. Now we will move to the question number 5. Question number 5 is, which action is an example of double entry bookkeeping? Okay, making a journal entry to record the correction of an error made in the ledger. No, we don't. This is the error we do not put in the double entry bookkeeping system. Making entries in the sale journal and the sale ledger to record goods on the credit. No. Recording a check paid to a trade payable. Check is paid. If check is paid to the trade payable, this means that this is trade payable is gonna debit over here and in the cash book and the purchase ledger. So the cash book, which is bank, it is going to be credit. So it is a good example of double entry. Recording the purchase of goods on credit in the purchase and purchase. Option B and D are totally similar, so these both options are incorrect, and only option right is the C option. Now we will move to the question number 6. What is true about the cash discount received? Okay, they are recorded in the cash book. This is the right option. They are recorded in the cash book. Both these options. They increase the profit for the year. We know that discount received is actually over income. Cash discount received is actually over income. So they increase over profit. So we're gonna write over here. This is the right option. Option number A is the right choice for the question number 6. So up till now there is no calculation part is coming, but next MCQs are coming in which we have to calculate and make ledgers as well. So you need to pay attention to those questions that have some numeric values in them. Okay, I have solved them in detail. So you would, if you find any difficulty in those questions, you can ask in comment. Now question number, let's start from question number 7. This is the simple calculation question. Tahir prepared a trial balance. He entered both the balance on the discount allowed account. Okay, we know that discount allowed is a debit account. Okay, and the bank overdraft is a credit account. 750 in the wrong column. It means that the discount allowed, which should be debited, but he instead he credited by the amount of 900, and the amount of 750 that should be credited by 750, but he is debiting it by amount of 750. Which total trial balance was higher, and what was the amount of the difference between the debit total? So we know that the correct entries would be like that. It should be debited from the 900, but instead what discount allowed was credited by 900. So we have to rectify as well. So 900 plus 900, 1800. It should be debited by 1800. And overdraft that should be credited, the right entry is 750, but we need to correct it. So cancel the effect of its debit entry. We again have to credit it by 750. So the answer would be 1500. So the difference between those two would be amount of is 300, and 300 is the credit column. Only answer available in A option. So option number A is the right answer for this question. How I have calculated it? It was an error that I have posted in the wrong class. It means that discount allowed should be credited, but discount allowed should be debited, but I, instead of it, I credited. So we have to cancel its effect. So that's why we have to first correct it, then cancel it. So we have to add them 1800. Similarly, OD that was should be credited. First we have to make the right entry, then we have to correct the over wrong entry. So we add both 1500, and then both the difference is 300. So the answer over here is A. Now question number 8. Question number 8 is of errors. Goods sold on credit to J Sharp were debited in the error to the account of T Sharp due to their name. Which type of error is it? It's the class of account is correct, but it is in the wrong account. So class of account is, then the class of account is correct, and we have just put it in the wrong account. This is the error of commission. So we're gonna write over here option number A, and the class of account is correct, and but it is posted in the wrong account. The error would be of commission. So you can write it if you want. Now question number 9. Question number 9 is again calculation question. Question number 9. Khalid made entries in suspense account to correct 2 errors found in his ledger account. Error 1 was Once the error were corrected, the suspense account were closed. Error 1 was 700 sales had been omitted from the sale account. So what would be is correct entry? Suspense account should be debited from 700 and sale account should be credited by 700. Error 2. The purchase journal had been overcost by 550. So suspense account should be debited by 550 and purchase account should be credited by 550 because it is overcost. So cancel the overcost effect of 550. So after adding both these errors 700 plus 550, the answer would be 1250 credit balance. So option number B is the right answer. Now we will move to the question number 10. Question number 10 is again of a calculation question, and this is a question of accounting depreciation. IS 16 is applied here. Maya depreciate her motor vehicles at 25% per annum. Using the straight line method, the motor vehicle cost 15,000. The depreciation for the current financial year was incorrectly calculated at 15%. The rate was 25%, but we calculated 15% wrongly. How will this correcting the error will affect? So first we need to calculate the original depreciation value 15,000 multiplied by 25%. 25 to 150 multiplied by 25 would be 3750. What we actually calculated was 15,000 multiplied by 15 over 100. Cancel 20 with 20. 150 multiplied by 15, it would be 2250. So what would be the difference between actual and what we by mistake did it? So 3750 minus 2250, the answer would be 1500. So our profits would be, how will after correcting it, our profits would be decreased by 1500. So the answer number A is the right answer for this question. Now we will move to the question number 11. Question number 11 is that, okay, Wasim received a bank statement. He found that the bank had charged interest rate twice in error, and then a dividend had been received as an investment. So it was an error in which the bank had charged interest twice. Okay. Wasim then updated the cash book and prepared a bank reconciliation statement. So where did the errors are recorded? Bank error would be present in bank reconciliation account, and cash book should be updated. So updated cash book in an option. So option number B is the right option. Now we will move to the question number 12. This was a question number 11 was of a bank reconciliation statement. Now we will move to the question number 12. Question number 12 is Thami is preparing the sale ledger control. Thami is preparing her sale ledger control account. She needs to know the total for goods which which have been returned by the credit customer. Okay, if it should be it is a sale return, so it should be put in sales return. The amount owed by the credit customer which have been written off as irrecoverable debt, so it should be written in journal. So which option is gonna be correct? Option number C and D both have say return account, good return in recover in journal account. So option number D is the right answer here, where these two columns have been matched. Okay, now we will move to the question number 13. On 1st August, the Say Ledger Control account had a debit balance of 1500. During August, a debt of 200 was written off as irrecoverable and 10,000 was received from credit customer. On 31 August, the credit customer owed 3,000. What was the total credit sales in the August? So this is the question of Say Ledger Control account. This is a very interesting question. This also helps you to build yourself for the paper 2 question as well. This is a numeric question, so I'm gonna draw here the Say Ledger account so you could have complete understanding of this question. So I'm writing over here is Say Ledger Control account. The information we have been provided by the brought down balance, that is a debit balance. So I'm going to write over here brought down balance, that is 1800. Okay. Now, during August, a debt of 200 was written off as irrecoverable and 10,000 was received from the credit customer. So bad debt is 200 and bank is received the credit customer from 10,000. Okay, on 31 August, the credit customer owed 3,000. So carried down balance is 3,000. This is given. This is our carried down balance because it is the last date of the month. What was the total credit sales? So we have to find the total credit sales, which we will calculate here. Add 200 plus 10,000 and plus 3000, then subtract it from 1800. We're gonna get the balancing figure of 11,400. So this is the C option is the right option. We have added this and subtracted from 1800. This comes answer number C is the right. So I hope you got the clarity of Say Ledger Control account. Now we will move to the question number 14. Question number 14 is that a wholesaler had the following transaction: sales good 30,000 on credit. Okay, receive check 12,000 from sale of all fixtures and at the book value. How would these accounts been classified? Okay, we know that revenue receipts are those receipts that are based on daily expensive. Capital receipt that are one of the expensive when we sell any asset or let's say. So this is the amount of 12,000 written over here, and this is the amount of this revenue received 30,000. So option number C is the right answer. This was a simple question examiner was checking our concept. We have the clarity about capital expenses and revenue expenses and how we gonna record their receipt. Now we will move to the question number 15. We have the question number 15. A trader debited the cost of repairing office equipment to the office equipment account. How did this error affect the financial statement? Okay. First, we need to know that the cost of repairing of equipment of the office equipment account. So it was an expense, but we added in the our asset, though that's why our profits would be overstated. So the option number A and B are reflecting the overstating statement. And what would be the effect of non-current asset? Obviously, our non-current asset are also overstated because we treat it as an capital expense. So option number A is the best option because both these columns are correctly matched at A. Now we will move again. This was the question from revenue expense and capital expense. Question number 16. A business bought two assets X and Y. Okay, on 1 January 2000 for 2022 for 2000 each. Both these assets are bought on same date and both have the same value. It depreciates asset X at 10% per annum using straight line method and asset Y by 10% by reducing balance method. Okay, one asset calculated on straight line method and other asset is calculated by reducing balance method, but both are calculated for the 10%. Okay. Asset X will be depreciated before asset Y. Yes, this is the right option. Acid X will be calculated before the acid Y in 2022. The depreciation charge is lower for acid X. No, both these have the same depreciation charge for the first year. We know that reducing balance method, the depreciation is decreased year by year, but for the first year they would have the same balance. Okay. So this is the incorrect option. By matching column, both these column, option number C is correctly identified. Okay, now we will move to the question number 17. Ravi financial years end on 30 April. Ravi bought a motor vehicle for 8,000 on 1 May 2020 and sold it for 4050 on 1 May 2022. He uses the reducing balance method of depreciation at 20% per annum. What would be the recorded in the income statement for the year ended 30 April 2023 for the disposal of the motor vehicle? So this is the very good question of disposal account. So we have to make the disposal account. It's a very interesting question and very good question and important question. We know that we have purchased the motor vehicle at the cost of 80,000, 8,000, not 80,000, 8,000. And we need to calculate the accumulative depreciation for those 2 years. How are we gonna calculate for the first year? You can write year 1 or 1 year. 8,000 multiplied by 20 by 100, gonna cancel it. It's 1600. It's a reducing balance method. Net book value would be now 6400. We have subtracted first year depreciation from the historical cost. Now I'm gonna calculate the depreciation for the second year as well. 6400 over 20 over 100, 0 0 0 0, and the answer would be 1280. By adding 1600 plus 1280, we're gonna get 2880. This is the accumulative depreciation for the 2 years. So we're gonna write over here accumulated depreciation, that is of the amount of 2880. Now we know the disposal value and we have sold it for the 4050. So we're gonna write over here bank 4050. Okay, now we have to calculate their net balance by balancing figure. We're gonna write over 8,000, gonna write over 8,000. We know that this side is bigger. 8,000 minus 2880 minus 404450. So loss have occurred of 1070. By balancing figure, we have calculated the loss of 1070. So option number C is the right option for question number 17. Now we will move to the question number 18. I hope you are getting understanding of these questions. On 2nd January, Razia wrote off 450 to her by Annette, a credit customer as irrecoverable. On 2 October, Annette paid $100 by the check in part settlement of that. Annette owed 450, but in the part settlement he or she paid in $100. Which entries would Razia make on 2nd of October? That's because she had received the amount of $100 through check. So the option number A and B both should be debited, and the credit should be the debts recovered, because Razia had already recovered, stated as irrecoverable. So we have recovered the debt. So the option number A is the right answer. Now we will move to the question number 19. Question number 19 is of inventory of showing NRV, and NRV means net realizable value and cost. So we calculate our inventory from the lower of these two values, whichever is lower. Either is we calculate on the net realizable value, or we calculate on the cost. So Asha provided the following information about her inventory at the end of the financial year. So product P is 200 units, sale cost price per unit 2.50. So this is lower, so we select this. 200 multiplied by 2, our answer would be 400. So 300 units and cost price is 3, and selling price, so this is lower, so we're gonna select over here. Whichever is lower, we have to select these. 300 plus that would be 900. So 400 plus 300, our answer would be 400 plus 900, our answer would be 1300. What was the total value of Asha inventory? Asha inventory total value would be 1300. Option number E is the right answer. Now we will move to the question number 20, which this is an easy question. Question number 20 say that which group contains only services business? Bank shop, language school, and news agent. Jewelry repair, taxi firms, food store. Language school, taxi firm, and jewelry repairer. This all three provided only the service business. Option number A, bookshop, was a wrong choice. It was not the service. In option number B, food store is the wrong choice, and option number D is the food store. They provide the product, not the service. So option number C is the right choice for the services business. All language school, taxi firm, and jewelry repair. Now we will move to the question number 21. Sorry for the language. What does the settlement of the financial position of the business show? A is equal to assets and liabilities. This is the question of accounting where we know that asset is equal to capital plus liabilities. So option number A is the right answer. Now we will move to the question number 22. Question number 22 is that a trader pays her insurance premium on 1 January each year of the following 12 months. She made the following payments. First, he made on 1 January 2022 is of 1680, and for 1 January 2023 is of 1920. How much did the trade include for insurance and her income for the year ended 31 March 20? This date is very important, 30. So we have to calculate the insurance from 1st April 2022 till 31st March 2023. From April to December, there are 9 months. So we will calculate 1680 multiplied by 9 by 12. And from January to March there are 3 months. So 1920 multiplied by 3 by 12. This would be 1260, and this would be 480. So we have to add these two values. After adding these two values, our answer would be 71740. So this is the total insurance that would be shown in her income statement for the year ended 31 March 2023. This was a very good question. In this question, we need to clearly identify the year end and from which date we have started to take. So 1st April 2022, from 1st April 2022 till December 31st December 2022, there are 9 months. So we calculated by 1680 multiplied by 9 by 12. For the next 3 months, we calculated 1922 multiplied by 3, January, February and March. And this is the right answer, option number B. Now we will move to the question number 23. Which item is added to the profit for the year ended in the profit in a partnership appropriation account? Interest on the capital note, this should be less. The question is asking which item should be added. Interest on the drawing. Yes, this is the right option. We add the partner's drawing and partner's salary. These are all the entries that should be subtracted. Okay, so only adding operation is for the option number B. Now we will move to the question number 24. Question number 24 is again from the partnership. Abby and Ernie are in partnership. Ernie is emitted an annual partnership salary of 3,000. Entitled to annual partnership salary of 3,000, they share residual profits and losses equally. The profit for the year, it means they are partner of 50-50. The profit for the year ended 31 August 2022 was 12,600. Okay. So on 1 September 2022, current accounts balances were as follow. Okay, first we need to calculate the profit, that is 12,600, and deducting the salary of Ernie, that is 3,000, and the answer will be 9,600. We have to distribute equally into these two partners, so 9,600 divided by 2. So each partner have a share of 4,800. Now we need to make the earning account like that. Earning salary is 3,000. Profit she is sharing is 4,800. Okay, and the balance brought down, which is given here, it is a debit balance, that is of 1,400. So we need to calculate Ernie's current account. So add 3,000 plus 4,800 and subtract it from 1,400. We will get the balance, that figure of 6,400. So this is how we have calculated the balancing figure. Option number C is the right answer for this question. First we calculated by subtracting 3,000 the profit, then we divided by 2 because they both share equal profit, 4,800. Then we make Ernie's current account and we have calculated 6,400 through balancing figure. Now we will move to the question number 25. What is meant by term equity? This is a simple question. Equity, dividend paid to the ordinary shareholder, no. Funds raised through, no. Interest paid to debenture, no. Total funds provided by the shareholder. This is the right option 25. The answer D is the correct. This was the simple question. This paper is carrying some very easy question and some question need bit focus and attention and clarity of the concept. Now we will move to the question number 26. Last 10 questions have been left. During financial year AB Limited paid debenture interest of 1,400 relating to that financial year. At the end of year, debenture interest was 700. How was debenture interest shown in the financial year? So simply we're gonna add 1,400 plus 700. Answer is 2,100. So the option number income statement is would show 2100, and we don't need to put in the change in the equity. So this is the right option. This is the right option. 26, answer B is the correct. This is the easiest question. 27, which items are included in income and expenditure account for the preparation of sports club? Number one, cost of new furniture purchase during the year. This is present in statement of financial position. Depreciation of furniture equipment account. Yes, this is present in income statement. Or rate for the clubhouse paid in advance for the next. This would be present in next year income statement. And subscription that remain unpaid by the club member at the end of the fine. This is also income statement. So option number 2 and 4 is the correct option. So option number C is the right option. Now we will move to the question number 28. Again, this is a calculation question. Melody is a music club. The club holds a music concert once every year. Prizes are awarded to the musicians selected by the judge. The club provided the following information related to the latest text music. Okay. Sales of current ticket, yes, we're gonna add it. Purchase of this one subtracted. Sales of concert program, we're gonna add them. Payment, this we're gonna subtract it. 1500 minus 450 plus 150, 250 and minus 250. Answer would give us the profit for the current year, that would be 950. So option number A is the right option. An easy question. Now we will move to the question number 29. Question number 29 is that a business provided the following information. Opening inventory of raw material, closing inventory of raw material, purchase of raw material, carriage inward of raw material. What was the cost of raw material consumed? So we're going to add opening inventory and add purchase of raw material. Carriage inward is also add, and we're going to subtract 60,000. So by calculating 50,000 plus minus 60,000 plus 80,000 plus 2,000, the answer would be 72,000. Option number B is the right answer. Now we will move to the question number 30. Ashwin started a business as a taxi driver on 1 January 2022. His taxi cost 5,000 and he paid $100 in the business bank account. He did not keep any accounting records. On 31 December 2022, he had 1750 in the business bank account. His taxi was valued at 4,000. He owed $50 to the garage for repair. During the year, he took 1,600 out of the business bank account as drawing. What was the profit for the year ended? So we're gonna make capital account. Okay, 5,000 and 100, 5,100. 5,000 plus 100, this is the opening capital balance. We're gonna add them. 5,100, this is given. 5,100 opening capital. He did not keep accounting records, and he had on okay, he took 1,600 out of the business during the year. During the year, he took drawings of 1,600. And for the last date on 31 December 1750, 4,000 and 1,500. So we're gonna calculate the closing capital. Closing balance, carried down balance. That would be 1750 plus 4000 minus 50. So the answer is 5700. So we have the carried down balance over here, that is 5700. Adding 5700 plus 1600, then subtracting it from 5100, we're gonna get the balancing figure, and this would be the profit for the year. That profit of the year would be 2200. So the answer B is the right answer for question number 30. Now we will move to the question number 31. A trader did not keep a complete set of accounts. He provided the following information for the year: opening trade payables, closing trade payables, payment to credit supplier, and cash discount received. Okay, we need what were the purchases for the year? We need to make the purchase ledger control account. So we're gonna write over here. We have plenty of space for this question, so I'm writing here purchase ledger control account. Know that opening balance is of 5000 and carried down balance is, closing balance is also given, that is of 9,800. Payments to the credit supplier, that is payments, this is also given, that is 35,000. Now cash discount received, that is discount received, this is 3000. We're gonna add 35,000 plus 3000 plus 9800 and subtract it from 5000. We gonna get the balancing figure of purchases, which is of the value of 42,800. So option number D is the correct answer for this. We have prepared the purchase ledger account and put these values in the correct debit and credit. Now we will move to the question number 32. Question number 32 is from the topic of ROS, return on capital employed. The net profit before the interest and tax profit for the year. Equity is also given 6% debenture. What was the total? What was the T limited return on capital employed? So we need to calculate the ROS. The formula for the ROS is that operating profit divided by capital employed multiplied by 100. Operating profit is given, that is 29,200. Capital employed is, by adding this and this, 192 plus 20,000, and then we need to multiply it by 100. After putting those values and calculating from the calculator, our answer will be 13.77%. This is the B option. So B option is the right option for this answer for this question. Now we will move to the question number 33. Sabilo's liquid acid ratio was higher on 1 January 2022 than it was on 31 December 2022. So it was higher in 1st January, start of the year, and it was lower in at the end of the year. It means that two things could happen. Either assets have been in decrease, current assets have been decreased, or liabilities have been increased. If you don't know, the formula for the asset test is, I'm writing it, current asset minus inventory divide by current liability. So this is over here. So option number D is the right option. Trade receivable, because current asset is decrease. So this is the right one. Inventory, we do not take inventory in current assets. So in asset s. So that's why we take inventory in current asset, but we do not take current inventory in asset s. So option number D, where asset is decreasing, this is the right option. Okay, now we will move to the question number 34, second last question of our paper. The following ratio relate to the businesses EVA and max. EVA to and max, their ratio of current ratio and asset. Again, this is from the asset and current ratio. Current ratio is equal to current asset over current liability. In current asset, we do take inventories. Okay. An accounting student made the following statement. Eva can make her current liabilities from current asset more easily than Max. No, Eva has 2.2 and Max has 2.4. So this is the wrong option. Eva can meet her current liabilities from her liquid asset more easily than Max. Yes, 1.4 and this is 1. So this is the right option. Max has insufficient current asset to meet current liabilities. No, Max has enough funds to meet current asset. Max has sufficient liquid asset to meet his current liability. Yes, this is the right option. So option number 2 and 4 is the correct option. So D option is the right option. Now we will move to the last MCQs. 35. A cafe owner made no entry in her accounts for increased competition when another cafe opened nearby. Which accounting principle was applied? So this is a simple question. When cafe owner made no entry in account for increasing competition when another cafe opened nearby, which accounting is the value of money? So money measurement accounting principle was applied. So option number C is the right option. And what is prudence? Prudence concept is that you overstate. Uh, Prudence concept is that you overstate your asset and understate your liabilities. So prudence concept does not allow you to do that. You cannot overstate your asset and you cannot understate your liabilities. So this is how we have completed the question. If you do have any question related to the paper, do ask in the comment section. If you need to change my method of solving this paper, you need to also write that. I have explained every numerical in too much detail and depth, and every step is shown in the paper. Hopefully you would share it with your friends and other study groups, and do like the video and subscribe my channel for more such videos. Thank you so much for watching it. Allah Hafiz.